Hi everyone, my name is Siobhan Evans-Egan. I'm a spiritual healer, shamanic healing practitioner and psychic medium. I'm also an admin on the International Mediumship page where I will be posting this video. So the International Mediumship page is a page of like-minded souls who are working around the globe to develop their psychic, medium and healing abilities. And as an admin, I get the opportunity to ask our members if there's any questions regarding their development that they need help with. And this is why I'm doing this video. So everything I talk about is only from my own experiences. I've been working professionally for the last 15 years, but I have been developing spiritually, personally, in awareness of doing that the last 30 years. So hopefully this helps in some way, shape or form. So the question was getting out of your own head, the ego head. How do you do that? Like, what way is the best way to do that? And this is, I'm going to take this one on how it affects our readings, and I'm going to look at it two ways. So one in readings is kind of like, how can you learn to get out of your own way? So a lot of people before readings have or healings or anything like that would have their own little rituals in which they would carry out to calm down their mind and to allow themselves to attune to a higher power or sitting in power, and they work that way. So everyone is different and it could change on a daily basis what you need, because today you could be calm, tomorrow you could be full of anxiety. So it really depends on what you need personally for you to use. I think it's important to develop a toolkit and use whatever needs to be used in that moment to help yourself. So I would use visionary things of imagining myself putting all my thoughts and worries into a bin outside my door, shutting the door when someone comes for a reading, and just everything's gone. So everyone has different ways to prepare yourself for a reading. Prayers, breath work, dance, music, all unique, all to you, what you decide which you need. Now, what getting out of your own way basically means you're really becoming aware of how much you're standing in your own way. And what does that mean, and what is rising up? Like fears, a lot of things that come up with students and including myself. I'm an ongoing forever student. What comes is trusting myself, trusting spirit, trusting the information, trusting that I will say the right thing, trusting that I won't say the wrong thing, surrendering and to be able to allow myself to work more easily in that flow. Everyone wants the flow in the readings and to kind of, instead of choppy. But what you're going to find is that really depends on your sitter. It depends on how you are on that day. Some readings I have to work harder to step out of my own way, and some days it's just easy. So it's learning to basically adapt things to your everyday life. Learning how to step out of your own way in your everyday life. Learn to trust your instincts, your intuition, and you in your everyday challenges. Because what will rise up is, it's not going to sit and to get out of your own way for 15 minutes or a half an hour, an hour when you do a reading. It's learning to adapt to it for that type of discipline to be part of your everyday life. Your personal development, your self-healing has to be number one. And that way it will overflow into your readings, and you'll find it much easier to be able to step back and to step out of your own way by firstly working through the obstacles that stand in your way. And a lot of them works down when you get deeper into it is belief systems. So when we work with the ego thought system, it's not separate from who we are. It's a part of who we are. Your thoughts cannot be shut off. It's absolutely impossible. But what you can learn is techniques over the years, different things that you can use and learn to turn down the volume, so to speak. So it's not loud and overpowering and taking over everything, and that you're not. A lot of us, we don't want to be in the present. So it's become a present moment awareness because we're either in the past or we're in the future. Some people are very chilled out people, and some people have ADHD and their brain is just wired completely different. And you really depends on you yourself, the person, on what works for you and what helps you. So I am a complete overthinker. My journey began into this, I was in my very early 20s. I'm almost 50 now, and it would have taken me a lot to sit. So trust was a big thing. How was I supposed to trust myself in doing a reading and giving the right information when I didn't trust myself in dealing in just picking the right friend or the right partner or saying the wrong things? So everything comes into your readings. You are the same person. You are the one person. So working on yourself in your everyday life and making personal development and self-healing your number one priority, it will automatically superly affect your readings. Okay, so for me, meditation was my key opening. Yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, things with the body in a sense to help me to come back into my senses, because I was always in my head. And that's the saying, getting out of your head and back to your senses. So practice on a daily basis. Start looking into things that you can learn into body awareness. But also when you have a very overactive mind and when you're full of anxiety, sitting still is probably the most frightening thing you could do, because your body's going to go, oh my God, I can't. So it's finding something to get your focus on. It can be artwork, drawing. A lot of people do mandalas and just draw and colour, and crochet, knitting. It can be the gym. It can be something that will come out of your head and back down into your senses so that you can regain focus. So it's finding things that work for you. I began my journey because of my health was things that were being challenged because I was so stressed all the time. I was panicked all the time. I didn't know how to manage this empathic, so I didn't know how to manage my mediumship. I was scattered all the time. So my first journey into was Louise Hay, learning to understand the mind-body connection, learning affirmations. Then I went from one thing to another, and one book led me to the Course in Miracles, which I'm still a student. Another book led me to Wayne Dyer, Brian Katie's powerful work, Don Miguel, so many. So I was so interested and powerfully interested and curious how my brain worked, how my thought system worked, and to learn to retrain it to not go against me and to keep blocking my own way, but learn to forgive myself and learn a different level of awareness to step out of my own way, so that I could become the confident reader, so I could become a person who trusted the information I was receiving, so I could learn how to express and speak and not be afraid to say what I'm sensing. So my journey has brought me through life coaching. It's brought me through standing up in a room, learning public speaking. It's brought me through writing, expressing. So it's allow your outside world, your everyday experience, is to retrain you, so to speak, reprogram you. So if you have an old program and your computer is working great and it's fine, but when it stops you from doing things that you love or brings up fear of moving forward and trying new things, or even like especially in spirituality and psychic and medium work, it's very important that you have to look at what those are, what the fears are, and learn to retrain and to reprogram that program so it works for you and doesn't go against you. So 99% of the work you're going to be doing as a psychic medium or a healer is going to be your own self-healing, it's personal development. And the rest is learning techniques on how to get information and how to learn to tap in a bit quicker and stuff like that. But learning to step out of your own way is a powerful statement, because you're already aware of how much you stand in your own way. So it's you making a conscious decision to choose to learn to reprogram your mind, to learn to work on the beliefs in which are blocking you, preventing you from moving forward, and really doing the work. No one wants to do the work. We all want to skip to be the powerful and amazing medium and have this beautiful flowing energy and be a gorgeous healer. We are wounded healers. We have to work on ourselves first, and then you will see everything you do in your daily life will affect your readings. Everything you do to learn how to work with your thought system and calm your mind down. It's not about ending the thoughts or stopping the thoughts. It's about learning to, if they're in the background, but they're not full on at 100% volume. Okay, so it's learning different ways yourself. I've done sound bath meditation. I've done all different types of meditation over the years, because when you're full of anxiety and crazy mind and it's going 90, you need a focus. So mantras do help me. Chanting helps me. So it all depends on my mood in that day and how I am. But in order to learn to stand out of your way in your mediumship or your psychic and healing work, it has to become a discipline in your everyday life and a conscious decision from you to make a promise to yourself that I'm going to learn to step out of my own way and I'm going to do whatever it takes in order to do that, and then open up to the universe on how that comes forward. But it will automatically change your readings. There's no point in just doing the work in your readings to learn how to step out of your own way, because it won't work. It's adapting to your everyday, and then you are the person, you are the medium. It will automatically affect your readings. So it's not easy, no magic wand. You have to do the work. You can't get over it, go around it. You have to go through it. So hope that helps.